Hey guys, and welcome back to Paradise. Today, we are going to be reviewing 2019's Knives Out. Knives Out is a mystery murder about a rich old man who dies under mysterious circumstances and is up to a renowned detective to go and solve the case. Basically, what this film is like, if you want to compare it to something, I would compare it to the board game Clue. Because that's basically what this is like an adaptation of that board game put into film. The film has a sort of cliche premise where this old rich guy dies and all the children are suspected to have murdered him, and all these characters really just focusing on is getting the inheritance from him. So like everybody has a stake in it as to why they would have committed this murder and as to what they'll gain from committing the murder. Yeah, like the thing I really love about this film is that it really does keep you guessing, and it always shifts your suspicions to each different characters. Like, oh, it's probably him, or it's most likely to be this one. As like it really does it really well, as not like it gives away the answers too early or gives away the suspicion of the other characters. So I was kept guessing as to who it could really have been or how it could really have played out, and that's what this film really does best. It really isn't your traditional mystery murder where it's all dark and gritty, or some other mystery murders that you might have seen would have been over the top comedy and silliness and all kind of things. But with this one now, it takes its seriousness and it inserts bits and pieces of comedy. So yes, it tries to be serious, but also takes it in a weird but not too weird way, and still implements comedy in the right places, not over the top and crazy like some other mysteries I have seen. It's a bit difficult to talk about different scenes within the film because almost every scene is like a clue being given to you. But what this film does best is like it does magic tricks right in front of you. So like I don't know if you all know about sleight of hand and misdirection. This film really does it best, and like it have the moments in the film was like, oh, that really happened, and like I was looking so hard for these different things trying to solve it ahead of time. It's like, wow, I was not gonna get that on my first try. So that what really went well with the film and did it its service as it brings everything together, and the ending was like everything was brought together well within the film, and it never felt like there was any loose ends by the end of it. The characters though, like, wow. So, as you all know, there's a whole set of famous actors and actresses on this film, and I think majority of the budget went towards these actors because, wow, not only is there a whole bunch of them in this film, but each and every one of them play their characters to the T. I was even more surprised when I saw Daniel Craig was playing as the detective, but he was playing as a Southern American. And I was not expecting that. I was so blown out because I'm accustomed to him with his British accent in the 007 series. And it was like almost a bit weird, but you get accustomed to it after a while if you were a fan of Daniel Craig and his work. The characters are really well done in this film. Like, I was so surprised. Like, each character have their own stories, and it really makes them compelling and like actual real people. Not like other films where it's just characters put inside a story then. So like you actually relate with them. You actually can say, okay, I know somebody like that, you know? And like the dynamic within these characters as a family is like if you actually had a family like that, you'd be like, oh yeah, I totally have a family like that. Oh yeah, I can totally relate to what's going on right now. Because that's where some of the comedy really comes out from, where these families just come together and express their hatred and the politics of who and who relates with who and how they get together and interact with each other. You know, which was really refreshing to see because not many films show this family dynamic properly. All in all, this is one of the better mystery films that I have seen in a long time. Some of the other mystery films that I have seen either fell short or they tried to implement comedy where it didn't work too well with the premise of the film that was going on, which kind of made a disconnect between me and what I was seeing. So if I was to actually grade this film, I will actually grade it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, that is a pretty high mark for a film. like I said, it has a solid story, no plot holes whatsoever, and compelling characters. And the premise of the film really is enjoyable, and I'm sure you too will enjoy it as well. And for those of you who have watched it, what were your thoughts on the film? Did you like it? Enjoy it? And what would you recommend for me to watch next? If you really enjoyed this video, hit that like button and hit that sub. And if you really want to see more of this, comment down below and I will get back to you. And as always, see you next time.